I come from the Midwest. I'm from Missouri. And so when you guys said you were going through the South, I'm like, y'all need to go through the Midwest is where you need to go. You need to hit Missouri. That's where
Yeah.
you need to hit. But why the South, and was the purpose for the film to bridge that divide using music? I'll go with David first.
Yeah, that was exactly the purpose of the film. When the 2016 election happened, I was very shook by not just the result of the election, but by the divisiveness that kind of surfaced through the country, and that has gotten, to epic proportions today. And I was looking for stories that had that could test those waters of the divisiveness, and that had a chance to create some sort of bridge. And when I learned that the San Francisco Chorus and the Oakland Choir were going to do a tour to the South, I knew they were, that was the only story that I saw that had a chance of creating some sort of blueprint for creating dialogue and a path forward to bridging that divide.
Why the choice to open the film with the men singing and doing those extreme close-ups on each individual face? Because we saw every color, every size, every shape, every age of all of these men that culminated in these choirs. Was that to bring home the point of, look, there is no thing that gay looks like. Gay doesn't have a particular face. It doesn't have a particular energy. We're human beings. We're people.
Yeah, wow, that's a great question, and the answer is yes. Any film you make, the opening and the ending are the two hardest parts the two hardest nuts to crack. And in this case, the opening was the hardest, and we went through many iterations. Some using news stories, intercutting with that song. I always wanted to open with that song, but how we portrayed that song and how we, the first seconds of the film are crucial, right? Those are the moments that are going to tell you what ride you're in for. And then when me and our editor Jeff Gilbert were, trying to figure it out, I kind of went back to the emotion that I felt the very first day we started filming the San Francisco chorus, and we went to their rehearsal. And I'll never forget seeing the close-ups that our director of photography Adam was doing while they were singing, and that touched me because those faces singing those songs tell the whole story.
Yeah,
You
they
don't need to
do.
say anything else. And it kind of ties back to what you were saying, and you're literally the first person that says that, because that was the exact intent. So thank you. I'm very touched by that. um, from the very first meeting we had with Tim and Chris and Terrance about the film, I said I didn't want to make a film about a tour. I didn't want to make a film about a chorus. I wanted to make a film about people. People from the San Francisco chorus, people from the Oakland choir, meeting with people from the South. And that was the true intent, and that was the heart that we put into making this film of bringing people together.
There were, I don't remember now how this phone call happened, but there was a phone call from somebody trying to discourage y'all from touring the South. And he went on a rant about how it wasn't wanted. You're not going to change our minds.
Well, acceptance will only come with knowledge and personal experience.
That was
And
perfectly said. Yeah,
thank you.
that was perfectly said. Terrence, what would you like to add to that?
Love. Love will do it.
Yes,
And
you
and
guys
and
said in the
music,
film, a song, all anybody needs is a song in love. Y'all
I was
said that
gonna
in the
say
film.
music leads people to that point.
Yeah, it does.
To Terrence's point, I think through listening, you're able to find love, because the opposite of love isn't hate, right? The opposite of love is fear. And what discrimination really is just fear, because once they get to know that person, and once they get to create, some sort of form of affection and love, that bridge will be completed and finally made.
I didn't know until I saw this film that it was the film I needed right now.
Mm.
Oh,
That's the best thing I can say, and I don't think I can expound on it any further than that. So thank you so much, Terrance, Timothy, and
Thank you.
David, for taking time
thank you
out of your
so
day
much,
to
Carla.
speak to me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well.
Bye. To keep up with the Curvy Critic, like our page here, click that subscribe button, and click that bell for notifications. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.